Hi people, we are back again with White Spirit Part 2. If you watch White Spirit Part 1, then you're going to understand Part 2 perfectly. Now, have you ever watched a Nollywood movie where power, sacrifice, and spiritual battle continue even after you think the story is over? That is exactly what White Spirit Part 2 with Lizzy Gold, our gang girl, feels like. So, a strong follow up from Part 1 that keeps the tension and emotion going. Now, this second part, part two, builds on the world of White Spirit, taking the story deeper into spiritual conflict, royal pressure, and the heavy consequences of choices made in the past. So, excuse me, the movie keeps the same epic, traditional setting, spiritual atmosphere, but now the drama feels more intense, relationships are more tested, and the stakes are higher for the main characters. When you look at the lesson in this part 2 of White Spirit, is very simple and clear. Every promise has a price, and nobody escapes the consequences of what they do in the name of power or protection. It also teaches us that using spiritual power without wisdom can destroy both you and the people you love, and that truth will always expose hidden agreements no matter how long it takes. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to be giving White Spirit Part 2 8 out of 10 for strong acting, emotional scene, and how it continues the spiritual story without becoming boring. Now the visuals and setting, gives it a serious epic feeling, and the tension between tradition, the gods, and human desire keeps you watching to see how things are going to end. So without giving a spoiler of this movie, my favorite scene is one of those heated palace or shrine moments where elders, spiritual leaders of the king are forced to confront the truth about past decisions. And also when the queen passed away, and Osinachi went there, cried with a loud voice, and the queen came back to life. That's one of my favorite scenes also. And another favorite scene that I love in this part too is Osinachi and the boyfriend. Now, guys, we are overrating, we are overlooking this guy, Osinachi's boyfriend. The guy acting is top notch. He is so, you can feel the emotion of that supportive boyfriend who want the best for her girlfriend, for his girlfriend. He's trying to protect her, trying to make sure she doesn't fall into trouble because of the confusion and everything that is going on. And Osinachi herself too is still confused. She doesn't know what is going on with her because the spirit she possesses, she has nothing, she knows nothing about it. So in this movie, you will feel the fear, you will feel the shame and pride in one room as everyone argues over what is right in the palace, and you can see how one woman's spiritual identity is shaking the whole kingdom. Now we are come looking at the actors that are acting in this part 2. They are still the same actors that acted in part 1, right? Lizzy Gold stands out again with her strong presence and emotional delivery. She knows how to carry heavy spiritual and royal roles without overreacting. So the supporting cast in White Spirit Part 1 and Part 2 also help the story feel real, especially the elders, spiritual custodians, and palace characters who represent the gods, tradition, and pressure from the community. It makes the story look so amazing. So if you're someone who enjoy spiritual Nollywood epics with palace dramas, sacrifice, and strong female lead, then White Spirit Part 2 is worth your time. But before you watch Part 2, make sure you watch Part 1 so that you don't get lost on the way. Just make sure you watch Part 1 till the end, alright? Now, over to you. I want to know your thoughts about White Spirit Part 2. Rate it on 10. Tell me your favorite scene. Tell me your take home lesson from this part 2. I've always told you guys that when you're going to watch a movie, go with an open mind. You watch in between the line to be entertained and also to learn, because there are a lot of lessons hitting in a movie that you need to grab. All right. Now I will leave you with this question: do you think spiritual power in movies like this White Spirit is a blessing or a curse? And will you be watching White Spirit Part 2? Are you tired of spiritual epics in Nollywood while we are waiting for part 3 to drop? Maybe tomorrow. Drop your thoughts about part 2 in the comment section below, and see you in my next movie breakdown.